Hi everybody, it's been a really long time since I've actually put out a yoga video, so I thought great chance to do that. A lot of you are getting your new year off to a new start, and I thought this might be a great way to help you out. The class today is anywhere from beginner to advanced. And if you're new to yoga, I want you to be very patient with yourself as you go through this. I'm going to give modifications and just kind of be where you are with it right now and realize there's a lot of room for growth, okay? So just kind of do what you can. And if there's anything that you find a little bit complicated, just kind of work your way through that, and over time those things will start to make sense to within your body, okay? And you'll see lots of growth with that. The only thing I think that you might need today, if you're really tight in your hamstrings, there's a portion where we do some forward folds and things like that, where it might benefit you to have a strap, like a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a towel, you can use a belt, you can use anything like that. And also, I always loved to practice with blocks. They're just a way of lifting the floor up and making you feel a little more flexible as you're learning to have more flexibility and more room in the body. So that's all you need, and a willingness to give this a try. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with breath work, and it's very important to start with breath work because it gets you centered, it gets you ready to get in that mindset of movement, and it gets you just ready to go. So for breath work, we want to find a spot on the mat. So easy means find a seated posture for you that is easy for you to sit in, and that you have room in the torso and room in the spine to bring breath in. So maybe you need to sit on a bolster or a cushion, or maybe even a yoga block could help you with that. So once you're seated, kind of root your seat in wherever you're at. And then I want you to think about taking that spine and really lifting it upward, and let the shoulders settle down into the back. And your chin is neutral here. That way the neck has a nice free airway. Go ahead and swallow. And you can close your eyes for the breath work if you like. It's going to be an equal part breath. So what I mean by that is, if I say inhale 1, I'll say exhale 1. If I say inhale 1, 2, you will inhale 1, 2, and you will exhale 1, 2. And we're going to do this to a count of 8. And then we're going to take that in reverse. So once we get to 8, we'll go to 7, then we'll go to 6. So find your sit bone. Lift the spine tall, roll the shoulders down into the back. Let's start with one big breath. Big inhale and exhale. So try to keep this breath nasal. And here we go. Inhale 1, exhale 1. Inhale 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2. Inhale, 1. Exhale, 1. Now open your eyes. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Give me one more like that. Nice big inhale. And then exhale. All right. So we're calmed. We're ready to work. And we're going to start from right here. So more than likely, you're going to be going vertical on your mat. I'm right now seated horizontally, or you're watching me sort of horizontal on my mat because it's easier for you to see the postures that way. But you go on your mat running the length of the mat. So we're nice, easy seated. We're going to start with our fingertips extended out. So I want you to think about stretching through the arms, the collarbones nice and extended, and your fingertips are just lightly touching the floor to each side of your mat. You start with your chin neutral, and we bring the neck into the practice by following the arms. So as you inhale, the palms are going to turn upward, and you take the gaze up as the arms go up. And at the very end of the inhale, the palms touch. And then on the exhale, you're pushing downward with the palms, and the chin starts to root itself to the chest. And at the very end of the exhale, the fingertips ground by gently touching the floor. 2 more like that. Inhale, bring it all upward. And then exhale, let it all go downward. And then 1 more. Inhale, bring it up. And then exhale, let it all come down. So at the end of this exhale, I want you to leave the fingertips out to the side. I want you to lift the chin, take the gaze forward. Getting the spine warmed up, I want you to bring the left hand over to the right knee. Pick your right hand up and bring it behind you, as centered to behind you as you can, and root that palm into the floor. So on your inhale, you're gathering spinal length in this little twist. So lift it up. And then on this first exhale, just sort of take the chin and look back behind that shoulder, and your spine will follow. And that left palm is just gently pushing into that left knee, helping you find rotation. So you're going to stay here, but you're going to take another breath. So on that next inhale, lengthen that spine even taller. And then on the exhale, start to push that low belly to the back, wringing out those internal organs, and get yourself a nice little twist here. And then you're going to nice and slowly spin out of that and take it to the other side. So bring the right hand to the left knee, the left hand behind you, root that hand in. And then on that inhale, lift that spine up, feel that chest sort of bloom outward. And then on the exhale, start with that chin, look back over that shoulder. So we're going to lengthen and deepen with the next breath. So on the inhale, you lengthen. And then on the exhale, you push the belly to the back and you deepen that twist a little bit, like you're wringing out your belly. And then you're going to nice and slowly on the next inhale spin out. Bring the right hand down to the mat beside you. Bring the left to cactus. Inhale. As you exhale, you're keeping the left sit bone rooted as you reach left arm over ear to the right. And you really feel a stretch through the left side body. And then on the inhale, you're going to bring it up. The left hand finds the mat. The right comes to cactus. And then on the exhale, keep the right sit bone firm as you're reaching to the left. And we're going to do one more set of those. Inhale, you bring it up. And then exhale, reach it over. And then inhale, bring it up. And exhale, reach it over. And then bring yourself to sitting up tall and just bring the hands to the knees. And this is cow and cat from easy seated. So on the inhale, you sort of puff the chest forward, draw the shoulder blades together and drop the head back. So you have this inward sway of the spine, and that's cow. And then on the exhale, you tuck the tailbone under, you lean back against the knees. So you're really arching the back. Pull the belly to the back, the chin to the chest. This is cat. 2 more. Inhale, cow spine, opening the chest and the throat. And then on the exhale, think about separating those vertebrae and pushing your heart between your shoulder blades. And then I want you to nice and slowly sit this up nice and tall. So from here, we're going to come to tabletop position. So all that is on the hands and the knees. So bring yourself to tabletop position. And we're going to warm up the wrists and the feet real quickly. So from this tabletop position, I want you to imagine you're sort of clawing the mat. And then I just want you to rock forward and back a little bit. And this is warming up the wrist, getting the wrist and the hands ready to bear some weight. 1 more. Good. So from here, I want you to pick your right hand up and I want you to turn your fingers toward the back of the mat and just sort of stretch out the forearm. And if you want to deepen that, just sort of bend the elbow a little bit and you're going to feel a big stretch up the forearm. And then to stretch out the palm, I want you to lift the heel of the hand, get a nice stretch through the palm and roll all the way through the fingertips. And then we're going to pick that hand up and I want you to put the top of the hand on the mat. The palm is open, fingers face back toward the back of the mat. And then flip that over and we go to the other side. So from here, you're just going to pick that left hand up, turn the fingers to the back of the mat, lower the heel of the hand down. To deepen this, if it's possible for you, you just bend the elbow and you'll feel that nice extension. And then from here, you lift the heel of the hand and you're going to peel all the way through the tips of the fingers. And then lift up, top of the hand on the mat, palm is facing upward and a little, not a lot of pressure here, just open up the front of the wrist. And then put the hands down. So from here, we're going to warm up the soles of the feet. So I want you to curl the toes and drop the seat back to the heels. And this really stretches out the soles of the feet, and this will help you have better balance. And sometimes tight feet can cause pain in the low back. So if you can keep the feet stretched out, it's your foundation, so it can help you out. And then from here, bring it back to tabletop. All right, so from this tabletop position, we're going to establish cow and cat again. So you start with a neutral spine, so that means it's nice and flat from the neck all the way to the tailbone. So I'm not dropping the head, I'm not looking up, but as we drop this to a cow spine, you're going to let the belly sway down, and you're going to pick the skull up and reach it back for the tailbone. And notice I'm lifting out of my shoulders here. And then on the cat, you exhale and you arch up, 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 and lift the belly to the back, draw the chin to the chest. 2 more like that. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, lift up to big cat. And last one, inhale, cow. And then exhale, up to cat. And then neutral. So next, we're going to thread the needle. So you're going to root into that right hand. You're going to inhale, lift the left up. So I want you to think of a straight line from lifted left hand down to rooted right palm. And you're twisting through that waist. And think a wingspan, reach high. Inhale, on your exhale, dive the left arm underneath the right, and that's the threading of the needle. Walk the left out and see if you can rest the left shoulder to the mat and rest the left skull. Now, very slowly inhale as you exhale, kind of push into that right palm. And that left shoulder is rooted to the mat, so you're going to feel this twist. If you want to go deeper here, you can reach that right arm up and you can bring that hand back behind you. The back of that right hand can be to the outside of the left hip, or you can bring the fingertips to the inner thigh. So on the inhale, I'm going to take that right shoulder, I'm going to lift it up higher. And then on the exhale, if I want more rotation, I'm pushing that shoulder behind me. Real twist here. One more breath. So I'm going to release that bind, and I'm going to reach that right hand to the front of the mat. And I'm going to open my knees up a little bit and bring my big toes together and drop my seat back toward my heels. So when I come here, my right armpit is near my left inner elbow. My seat's dropped back toward my heels, and this is a great stretch through the left shoulder and extension through the right. So take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And you're welcome to rest the head, but I've got a mic on, so I'm leaving my head lifted. So from here, you're going to take the right hand, you're going to bring it underneath you. We're going to push into the right palm, and you're going to lift up. And let's just open this up again. So we find that space. And then you're going to bring the left down. So from here, we bring ourselves back to that true tabletop position. We're going to do that on the other side. So rooted into the left palm. As you inhale, lift the right. And you're opening the chest to the right, and you're really reaching up. Good. And then from here, you dive through. So this is threading the needle. And I walk that right hand out until I can place it under the left shoulder, and then rest the head and gently push into the left palm. So here you're getting a better view of my back, and you can see where I'm finding rotation. And then your options are to lift the left arm up, and you're reaching for the ceiling. You can bring it behind you and it can stay here, or you can come to the inner thigh. So on the inhale, I'm lifting that shoulder, and on the exhale, I'm trying to rotate it more. And I'm taking my gaze up over that shoulder toward the ceiling. Take me a nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more. There goes my spine. Popping, popping, popping. And then when I release, I'm going to take that left arm forward, and I'm going to open the knees up a bit, and I'm going to drop the seat back. So this is a wonderful stretch because I really feel it through the rotator of my right shoulder, and then I'm getting this great extension through the left arm. And you're welcome to rest your chin to the shoulder, but I got my mic on, so I'm going to keep my head a little lifted. Give me a nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. One more. So from here, take that left hand and slide it back to you. Push into the palm, reach the right arm up, open the chest again, and then on the exhale, bring it down. All right, rooting into the mat, I want you to curl the toes and hover the knees off the mat, and then hike the seat up. So I'm in this little lifted down dog. I've got my heels raised, my knees are soft. I'm lifting out of the shoulders, and then we're gonna pedal the feet. So this is another way to kind of stretch out the feet, get the ankles nice and warm, stretch out the calves. So give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. So lift both those heels up. Inhale. As you exhale, just spin your heels over to the right and notice how your hips follow, and you're going to feel a stretch in the left side. And then as you exhale, bend your knees as much as you can. Keep the hands firm in place. Nice deep stretch. And then on the inhale, you lift, spin it to the left, and then exhale. Drop it down. And then bring it up. So from here, root the left foot, lift the right leg up, Feel free to spin the hip open and bend the knee, and then give me big circles of your right hip here. So go 4, 3, 2, 1. So right leg is long. Inhale. On the exhale, bring the right foot between the thumbs. So we're in a lunge. And if you have knee issues, you may want a little blanket or bolster to drop that knee down on. But drop the left knee and flatten the foot. And let the hips sink down. So here's where I'm going to offer you to use the blocks. And I really like to use the blocks here. So I'm going to get the blocks. I'm going to put one to each side of my foot. And I'm going to start with like a crescent shape in the front of the body. So my hands are on the blocks, and I just kind of take my gaze upward. And when the hips are sunk and you're kind of forming that crescent shape and looking upward, you feel this stretch through the whole front of the body, and you really feel it through the left hip flexor. So we're going to kind of embrace this stretch for a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. One more. So I'm going to use these blocks. I'm going to slide them a little closer to my hips. And I'm going to bring my left arm to cactus, which just means it's bent at the elbow. Inhale. As I exhale, I'm going to reach my left arm over to my right. And then I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to put the left hand on the block. I'm going to bring the right to cactus, and I'm going to inhale, exhale, reach that to the other side. And then I'm going to bring that back. And both hands are to the blocks. And the blocks are really nice to have on the next stretch. So I'm going to shift my weight back so that my hips are over that left knee or in alignment with it. And I'm going to stretch the right leg out straight. So this is a half split. If you can do a full split, go for it. But I'm going to talk about the half split. So for me, it's more important that you get the leg as straight as you can, more than the fold. So if you're lifted here and your leg is straight and you feel this big pull through your hamstrings, just hang out where you are and maybe take minute folds. Everyone else, the foot is flexed because that lengthens the back side of the leg. You can lower your blocks down, or you can take them away. Inhale. As you exhale, if you are folding, what I want you to keep in mind is you are folding with a straight spine. I'm folding from my hips. If I were folding from my waist, it would look like this. And that's not what you want to do because that pulls your low back. But if you fold from a straight spine, the stretch is happening through the hamstring. 2 nice deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more. So from here, we're going to lift it back up. We're going to shift this back to our lunge. And from here, I'm just going to take my blocks and put them near the front of my mat. And I'm going to frame my foot, and I'm going to pick my right foot up, and I'm going to take it toward the back of the mat, and my left foot just spun behind me. My left hand is going to be under my left shoulder, and I'm going to lift the right arm up. And notice I'm lifting out of my left shoulder. I'm not like slumping into it. So this is a supported side plank. This is where you would start with this. If you know you can progress this, there's a lot of places you can go. You can pick that left knee up, and you can stagger the feet. You can bring the left foot under the right. You can lift the right foot, or you can grab that toe and lift it up, wherever you want to be. But I'm teaching, so I'm going to be right here. Wherever you are, 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more. So I'm going to leave that right leg long. I'm going to turn my chest back toward the mat. And then I'm going to lift the left arm up. So this is bird dog. It can be a little bit of a balance. The right leg is out, the left arm is forward, the core is engaged. Take a breath. Now we're going to do some core work. Inhale. As you exhale, you lift the spine and draw the elbow and knee together. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, bring it in. One more. Inhale out. Exhale in. So I want you to take it out. Bend the knee, the toe points to the ceiling. Reach the left arm back. And if it's available to you, grab the foot. If not, stay in place. Lift as you push the foot into the hand. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. So when I release, I'm going to extend the right leg back, bring the left down, curl the left toes, lift up to 3-legged dog. Inhale. As you exhale, we go to pigeon. So you shift forward like you're going to plank. Bring the right knee toward the right wrist. The foot crosses the mat. Left toes are going to walk back. Inhale, find length first. Push the top of that left foot firm into the mat. And then exhale, come on down. So this is a nice stretch for the glute. I like to rock around a little bit when I get here and just sort of see if I have any tight places. And when I rest into pigeon, I like to use my block and rest my forehead on the block because this keeps my head in line with my spine and I'm not getting any tension in the neck. So just rest for a second. 2 breaths. One more. And then nice and slowly come up. So I'm going to get my block out of my way. Hands grip the mat, curl the back toes, bring myself to down dog where I pedal. And we're going to do that on the other side. So I'm going to lift my left. I'm going to spin my hip open and bend my knee. And I'm going to do big hip circles on this side. 4, 3, 2, 1. So extend it up, 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. Draw that foot between the thumbs. Gently drop the knee. Flatten the top of the foot. Let the hips sink. So this is where I grab those blocks. And I like them on the highest level for this because that gives you the most length through the front of the body. And you can see more like right here, this is where I'm targeting. And when you go to that crescent and I look up, I feel that stretch all through my torso, all the way down to that rooted knee. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. So from here, we're going to shift back to half split. Extend the left leg straight. I like to bring the blocks back a little bit. So we're really targeting the back of the leg, the hamstring, the back of the knee. So it's more important that the leg be as straight as you can get it. And it's okay if it's not all the way straight. You do what you can do. But what I'm trying to stress here is it's not about how deep you fold. Okay? So I know I have a good fold game. So I'm going to lower these down a little bit. And I'm hinging from my hip line. So inhale. As you exhale, you fold. Nice deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. One more. Good, good, good. So we're going to bring it back up And we're just going to tilt it back forward to that lunge, let the hips sink a second. And I'm going to take those blocks and put them back to the front of the mat. And we're going to go to that side plank. So I pick the left up and I take it back and I spin. So my right hand is under my right shoulder, my left is up, and I'm lifting out of the right shoulder. And it's kind of like I'm taking my waist and lifting it up. So then I feel that stretch here. So again, you can stay here. You can stagger the feet and bring that right in front. You can bring the right under the left. You can lift the foot. You can go for a toe grab, go for an extension. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to be right here. 2 breaths, inhale, exhale. 1 more. So I'm going to leave that left leg behind me, but I'm going to bring the left hand down and I'm going to spin my torso to face the mat again. So bird dog, so my left leg is back, my right arm's gonna go forward, I'm gonna lift this up. So right now my spine's in alignment, so that means I'm looking straight down. And then we're gonna turn this into crunches. So inhale, on the exhale, as you draw the elbow and knee together, you lift the spine. Inhale, take it out. Exhale, in. Again. Inhale out, exhale in. Now inhale out, leave the leg long, bring the hand down, point the toe up to the ceiling, and reach the right back. So if you can't grab the foot, stay right here, but if you can, grab it. Push the foot into the hand. This lengthens through the quad and the hip flexor, but it also opens the chest. So nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. So you're going to release and extend this out. Bring the hand down, bring the knee in. So from here, cross one foot over the other. So my feet have crossed. I'm going to walk myself back and shift my weight to my seat and take my legs out in front of me. All right, so here's where you might need a strap, but we're gonna go to staff pose. So staff pose is like it sounds, it's like a staff, you're nice and straight. So I find the sit bones, and then I wanna think about my spine, almost like a flagpole. So I'm gonna lift the spine up and roll the shoulders down into the back. And I take my palms and I gently set them and ground them into the mat, but my collarbone's open. My gaze is forward. My legs are straight. And if you want to bring power into the legs, flex the feet and see if you can bring the heels off the mat. There is nothing easy about this pose. Take your gaze forward. Give me 2 breaths. Your core's engaged. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. So we're going to forward fold this. So if you're tight here, you need some help, you're going to grab your strap. And if you're not, your arms are going to come up. But before we go into this, I want you to imagine, and again, we want to fold with that long spine. And I want you folding from the hips and not the waist. So imagine you're sitting in this straight back recliner and it is starting to fold in on you. So notice how straight my spine is as I fold. And again, it's not about how deep you fold. So if you're not using a strap, the arms are up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 1 more breath here. Inhale, exhale. Nice big inhale. Bring yourself up. And then exhale, I want you to relax the arms down. So from here, I'm going to take that left foot and I'm going to bend it and I'm going to bring the sole of the left foot to my inner right thigh. So we're still forward facing with this. It's still a forward fold, but we're just going to be going over one leg. So we're creating a little sequence. I'm going to show you how it goes. So we're going to inhale, lift up, and then exhale, fold over that leg. And then when I inhale, lift up, I'm going to lift the left knee. And as I exhale, my right arm is going to hug that left knee in, and my left hand lands behind me. And then we're going to take another breath where you inhale, lift the spine, and you exhale, create a twist. And the sequence is to go through that again. So on the inhale, the knee drops and you lift long. And then on the exhale, you fold. And on the inhale, the knee lifts. And on the exhale, you hug and twist. And one more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, lift up. And exhale, twist. And then I want you to let the knee fall to the side. And we're going to get a little bit of a stretch along the intercostal and the side body on the left side. So from this same position, inhale, lift up. And then I want you to take the left arm forward and the right back. And the hands are going to land to the outside of your body. So take the right hand and root it in and let your left fingertips come to the floor. Right hand stays put, left fingers travel. So inhale, as you exhale, start to walk the left hand out. And you'll start to feel this real quickly. And I keep my left hand close to the outside of my right foot, and it gives me something to sort of push into and help me hold. So 2 more breaths here. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Walk it out. And then inhale, bring that up. So take the left leg out, wiggle the legs, and we do that on the other side. So I want you to bring the right in. The sole of the right foot is to the inner thigh, and my hips are still square, forward facing. Left leg is long. So we start with the forward fold. So on the inhale, we lift it up. On the exhale, we're going to fold. And then on the inhale, we lift up. And on the exhale, we twist back. 2 more like that. Inhale, knee drops, spine lifts long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. And last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, up. So take the leg out. So the next ones, there's a definite power element to where I'm going with the next one. I'm going to show you a way to sort of practice this, but I don't expect you to be able to do it. But I want you just to try the best you can. So we're going to start with boat. So you can sort of soften the knees, find yourself sort of perched on the sit bones, and you rise up. So you have a boat here. The core is engaged, palms are up. So from here, I'm going to take my left heel and I'm going to drive it as close to my glute as I can, and I'm reaching forward. So ultimately what I want you to do is come to a pistol and then sit back down and lift up. But if that's not there for you, I want you to draw the heel in, come to your fingertips, lift your core and bring your seat off the mat and lower back down. So let's do it again. And then bring it in and 1 more, up, bring it in, bring it down. Take the legs out, give them a shake, and we're going to do that on the other side. And that's hard. It's a little advanced, but just try how you can. And if it's just the boat you want to do, that's fine. All right. So we're going to go back to boat, lift it up. So now you're going to draw the right in, shift your weight forward, and find a rise. Gently set yourself back down, find boat. If you need assistance, lift. Bring it back down, boat. Last one, lift. And down, and boat. And bring that down. Give it a little shake, and that's something to work toward, definitely. And if you're working through a power practice and you can get yourself, let's say you get yourself here, this is where you will power this upward. All right, so from where you are, just shake all of that out. And then bring yourself back to a tabletop position. All right, so from tabletop, curl the toes, come to down dog. We're gonna lift the right up. Three-legged dog to crunches. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Two more. Inhale, exhale. One more. So from here, see if you can drop your right foot between your thumbs. So we're rising to crescent, which can be a bit of a balance. So before we get up, we want to establish a good foundation. The right knee is over the ankle, the foot's firm. The left leg is long and engaged. I'm going to kind of engage the core by not letting the belly flop on the thigh. My core's engaged. And nice and slowly rise up. Nice breath. So you want the shoulders stacked over the hips as much as possible. The gaze is forward. I like to slightly turn my pinky fingers inward. Take a nice deep breath here in crescent. So from here, the left goes forward, the right goes back, and you open your chest to the right. Stretch the arms apart on an inhale. And then on an exhale, that right hand reaches back to the side, outside of that left thigh. And left arm's gonna reach over ear. Nice little twist. In a reverse. One more breath. So it's like you're gonna cartwheel. Bring the left hand down under the left shoulder. Turn the belly to the inner thigh. And reach up. Think of wingspan here and keep integrity in the legs. Take the gaze up. Nice deep breath. So from here, extend the right arm toward the front of the mat. Take your time lifting the left up, and you are in this full power position here. It's like you're a jet airplane. So from here, I'm going to offer you to grab those blocks and bring them back to frame the foot. Palms on the blocks, nice and slowly, using your own strength. I want you to lift the left foot up. So we're thinking of warrior three. The hips and the shoulders are square. The left leg is extended back. The foot is flexed. My right leg is not hyperextended. I have a little bit of softness in the knee. So I like to tell people it's like you're pushing your left foot into a wall. So from here you can experiment. You can come off the blocks. Full expression is straightforward. Or you can keep your hands right here. One more breath. And then you're going to take one block away, or you can keep them, and then the other, and you're going to lift that left leg as high as you can and fold in to a standing split. Take a nice deep breath. And then you bend that right knee and drop that left foot way back to the back of the mat and spin the heel down so that that foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Reach your left arm forward and bring this up to warrior two. Right knee over right ankle. Right knee tracks toward right pinky toe. You should be able to see the first two right toes. Chest is open, wingspan. It's broad. And your drishti is over the right middle finger. Tough pose. Hang out with it. Inhale. On your exhale, you're going to flip the right palm up. You're going to take left, and it can slide down or reach behind, but right arm reaches over ear. This is reverse. Bring it back to warrior two on your inhale. And then you're going to go to side. So as you exhale, I'm going to take you through your options. You can have forearm to thigh lifted out of shoulder and left arm reaching over ear. You can come to a block, or you can come all the way down to the floor. But reach, reach, reach. This is lengthen the left side of the body. Nice deep breath. So we're going to inhale, come up. Straighten that front leg. Reach it back one more time. Bring it back to warrior two. I want you to pivot the left heel inward. Take the right toes. So now my toes are facing the corners of the mat. And I'm going to go to a side lunge to the back of the mat to the left. So you can be high, or you can come all the way down. Whatever works for you. Nice deep breath. And if you need assistance, you can use your hand to help you lift up, or you're going to lift up, come back to the front of the mat, and you're going to go through your vinyasa. So you're going to lift the chest off the thigh and take this back. So you're in a high plank. If you don't like chaturangas, hang in high plank. If you want a little more of a challenge for chaturanga, stack the right toes on the left heel. Cores engaged, rotate your elbows inward. Come down between the triceps. Flatten the tops of the feet. Scoop it up. Cobra with thighs on the floor, or up dog elevated. You're going to take a rest. Come to the knees. Open them up the width of the mat. Big toes together. Come down to child's pose. Nice deep breaths. Two more. One more. Good. If you need longer, pause this, take a little longer, or bring it to tabletop. All right, so curl the toes, shift yourself back to down dog. Lift the left, and you've got crunches. So inhale, exhale. Two more. Inhale, exhale. And last one. Inhale, exhale. So crunch goes to foot between thumbs. So establish this good foundation here in this crescent. Firm into the feet. The legs are active. Nice and slowly. Bring it up. So I like to sort of feel it before I move it. So find your stability. So I'm going to take the right forward, and I'm going to take the left back. And on the inhale, I'm going to stretch this and open my chest to the left. And then I inhale again, and as I exhale, my left hand is coming to the outside of that right thigh, and my right's reaching over ear. Just do the best you can. Give me a full breath. Inhale. Exhale. So from here, bring that right hand down and place it right under the right shoulder. Turn the belly to the inner thigh. Reach the left arm up. Such a feel-good posture to me. So reach high, take the gaze up. Nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more. So from here, you're going to take that left arm forward. You're going to take your time and you're going to lift the right up. So this is like an airplane. If you look at my angles, there's a pretty straight diagonal line from the crown to the heel. Nice deep breath. So I'm going to reach and grab those blocks and they're going to frame my foot, and I'm going to shift my weight forward and use my strength to lift off. So imagine here you have a tray of drinks across the hips and you want them flat, and lift the belly to the back. Don't fully straighten the left leg. There's a micro bend. It looks straight, but you're not hyperextended. So from here you play. Just see if you can bring the hands off the blocks. You can go to the full expression if you want, but I'm teaching, so I'm going to stay right here, trying to keep those hips square. So if you need the blocks, you're going to keep them here. But if you don't, we're going to a split. So I'm going to bring my hands down. I'm going to lift that right leg as high as I can as I fold in. Nice deep breaths. Now I'm going to soften that left knee. I'm going to drop that right foot back. Front heel is to the center of the back arch. That back foot's parallel to the back of the mat. I'm going to reach that right arm forward, and I'm going to come up to my warrior two. So if you want it deeper, open the stance up a bit, but the knee tracks to the pinky toe. One more breath. So we go to reverse. We're going to flip the left palm up. Inhale. Exhale. You either slide or reach behind. Inhale. Bring it back to warrior two. And then side of your choice. You can be supported. You can be assisted with a block. You can be grounded. If you want full strength, be right here. Nice deep breaths. Inhale. One more. So I'm going to lift this back up to warrior two. Inhale. I'm going to straighten the leg. Reach back. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. And then when I come up, I'm going to pivot the feet. So the toes are to the corners, and then I'm going to drop to the back of the mat. You can be high, or you can come all the way down here low. Wherever you are, breathe. You can use your hands to lift you up, or you can lift up. But I'm going to pivot to the front of the mat. I'm going to frame that foot. I'm going to lift my chest off that thigh. You can come to plank and hold. You can have both feet down. You can stack. You can skip chaturanga, or you can come down. Unstack feet, scoop up. Come to the knees. Open them up. And sit back. Take a breath. So I want you to lift up. Again, bring the knees under the hips and cross them. Take your seat back and extend the legs forward. Then you're going to lie on your back. So lie on the back. Your feet are about the width of the mat. Your toes are out, your heels are in. Knees are bent. Bring your arms to cactus. I want you to drop both knees over to the right. And let gravity pull them down for a second. And then pick your right foot up and bring it on top of your left knee. Inhale, as you exhale, use that right foot to draw that left knee down. And you're going to feel this through the left side of the body. Take a break, take a breath. Release that. Bring the right foot down. Drop it all to the left. Pick the left foot up, bring it on top of the right. Inhale, as you exhale, push it down. So bring it up. Draw your knees into your chest and kind of rock on the sacrum, that sort of big bony plate that runs across the very low back. Kind of rock there. And we're going to go to happy baby, to a straddle. So because we're going to a straddle, I want you to grab the insides of the feet. And if this is your happy baby, this is fine. But if you can, have the soles of the feet facing up toward the ceiling and think about having that spine as flat to the mat as possible. And you're using those hands to push those knees down. Big breath, and you can rock your happy baby. So if you're going to go for the straddle, and it doesn't matter how straight your legs get, but see if you can take those legs straight out beside you. Toes reach toward the floor, gaze is straight up, nice deep breath. And then bring it in. Hug the knees into you one more time. Take the right leg out straight. Wiggle the toes and the ankle. Take the left leg out straight. Wiggle the toes and the ankle. Walk the shoulders apart. Walk the glutes apart. Turn your palms up. Take a big inhale. And you're going to sigh this out through your mouth. Your feet are relaxed. Your knees are soft. Your glutes are relaxed and your belly's soft. You're breathing. Just let it come and let it go. The shoulders are relaxed into the back. Your palms and fingers are soft. Let the back of your neck be long and let your throat be soft. Relax your jaw, your tongue, your lips, and your face. Soften the space between your eyes. And just breathe. So you lay here as long as you need, but I ask you to notice what you feel in the body. Find the connection between the mind and the body. Let yoga be the bridge. And feel the breath. And stay where you are. I hope you enjoyed this practice today. Again, modify this where you need to. Sort of play this a few times and figure out where you need to make the adjustments and how you can find growth in it. If you're new to yoga, be so patient with yourself and so kind to yourself about it, okay? Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.